Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going over to Bitcoin, bigger the CoinsKid crew. So I do try and find opportunities for you in the charts, okay? Basically, data not emotion. I do scour the charts. I have made a system on CoinsKid.com that equally finds opportunities. I'm going to start delivering those to the CoinsKid crew right there. But, this has been an amazing trade for us yesterday. Personally, I've bought some of this coin, like I said to you, the reason why I wrote on the thumbnail right there, and I outlined my reasons, and so far so good. This coin out of nowhere has pumped. Because, like I said to you, this is what you need to look for. If Bitcoin's bolted and going sideways, which it pretty much is consolidating a range, you'll start to see the micro caps catch up, and they're the opportunities. It's not rocket science. This is something I've been relaying for many years right now. If you start to see Bitcoin going up, necessarily the gains is in Bitcoin, because for example it might go up 30-40%. You're looking at altcoins going like 200-400%. For example, Solana, if that level of support right there, it's bolted, hasn't it? So I do have targets on Solana. If you're looking for those targets, I will try and get videos out, but I have outlined my targets in the Discord there for the CoinsKid crew. Okay, so I'll keep you updated as best I can, but this particular coin is bolted. If you take a look at the 4-hourly time frame right here, Polkadex, look at this buy signal on the 4-hourly time frame. You're holding the ribbon. Look at that, the bottom of the ribbon. You hold it as support before boom, breaking out yesterday. So this is a beautiful position. I think this is way over around about 80% from that position yesterday. It's done really, really well, and you can clearly see it in a minute. It's tapping this next level of resistance. So again, people say, oh, you got a crystal ball or something. It's not. It's just simple technical analysis and simple, in the charts data that I relay to you, and anyone can do this. And I see a lot of the CoinsKid crew posting their setups, posting their long, short, resistance, support, whatever, and they're riding the waves and absolutely smashing it and making a lot of money in this space, okay? Because it's just simple data, not emotion. Not because he said, she said, or whatever. It's just simple, the charts telling you a story if you care to listen, okay? So what we've done, we've tapped this initial point of resistance. I know this is a Bitcoin video. I will get onto the Bitcoin video in a minute, but yesterday I outlined why I think that's a really strong area of resistance, and then, potentially have some kind of pullback. So for me, I'm going to look for that pullback in time. I will deliver this message to you. At the minute you are tapping into that resistance, you're just pushing a move inside of the weekly ribbon, the buy and sell signal right there, and boom, you're looking to get to these levels of resistance in time. So like I said to you, I think that yesterday, that was a beautiful opportunity, and I think on the daily time frame we have printed right now today, we've got that signal, haven't we? So again, we're consolidating a range, look for pullback, look for support of this signal going forward, and I think it's offering opportunity on this particular coin, because this could be some kind of spring, basically Wyckoff spring. But again, I'm no Wyckoff expert, but this is what you look for. Final push down, come back up, consolidate, start to come back up through the resistances that you've melted through as support, and work your way back up. And I've seen this time and time again. So good luck to anybody that got involved in this coin, but so far so good. I am looking for a pullback on this coin eventually, and that will be a sweet little spot for the CoinsKid crew right there. Keep you updated as best I can, okay? So let's dive into the DXY right now to see what we can see, okay? Now, taking a quick look at the DXY, what we've got is 3 lower lows here at the moment for the DXY. So this is clearly breaking down, confirm resistance, coming up, making some kind of bull trap, and right now you're dropping, aren't you? So we're looking for this chart to continue, because I think if it does, and we start to get to this technical target where you form the channel just here, then I think this next leg down could be a very, very violent move in the opposite direction for crypto. Really simple, okay? And this is something I've been relaying to you all summer. Basically, this rising channel is a bearish pattern, and it just adds confidence to the fact that I'm looking at a massive monumental move to the upside for Bitcoin, okay? So if we drop the Bitcoin price to scaling, you can clearly see as this started to top here in July, the bull trap and the bear trap for the DXY, look at that, you've had some kind of swift V-shaped recovery with the overlapping waves, not necessarily impulsive, and then you've come down like this, okay? For the Bitcoin, you had 5 waves down. In the process of rising here in this channel, when you started to break down, confirming resistance, if you take a look at the orange line, this is where you've absolutely bolted for Bitcoin as this has started to come down, okay? So we've not even got to this technical target yet. So in theory, just respecting the data, what we do have here is a breakdown of a rising wedge, back test confirm resistance, making a series of lower lows basically, and then we're looking to get to the target. So in theory, Bitcoin is bolted, consolidating a range, looking to continue. So this chart, the DXY, could still be telling us a story that people are not paying attention to, okay? That ignored it all summer basically. So like I said to you, the rising channel is a bearish rising channel. Once this breaks down, we're looking at a monumental move in Bitcoin. That's exactly what's happened. Opportunity never feels like opportunity. So I found confidence in this chart, as I did on that rising channel, as I did on that rising channel, that an opportunity is building here for Bitcoin. It really is simple, okay? As was this rising channel, the big breakdown to the new year. This is one of the contributing factors where I did think Bitcoin would go in the opposite direction, and it exactly done that. We've had a massive impulsive move, like I said to you, impulsive move into 2023, and we've got a big tick to that. We've had beautiful 5 waves up, a big sideways correction, and right now, we're busting a move again in a potential wave 3. So in theory, this chart just continues to tell us a story, and people continue to, ignore it basically. So at the moment, unless we start to take out this resistance, I'm looking at this technical target being met, and it's just confluence of the fact that Bitcoin's consolidating the range, looking for the next leg up. Really simple. So I'm going to try and find you all the support. Obviously, if we get warning shots in the Bitcoin chart, like losing the 20-week EMA, breaking down below the daily, buy and sell, and all things like that, you know, the 4-hour right there, printing a red signal and things like that, then we've got to respect the data. But at the moment, we are respecting the data by looking at the DSY, you know, looking at S&P 500, looking at multiple charts right there to build confidence in the fact that, you know, we're looking for continuation here and getting to that 47k target for Bitcoin, which I gave you way back in January on the break of that falling wedge right there. So again, I think there's confluence of the fact that we're looking at a big push up towards the end of the year here, and then followed by a macro correction. This is something I've got my eyes on as well, and I've relayed to you so many times because of the confluence in XRP chart right there. So again, you know, I'll keep you updated as best I can, but so far so good. If this continues from this lower low situation, just like it did here, September into October, made a series of 3 lower lows before retracement, before it drops. So you've made 3 lower lows before retracement, before potential drop. If we get this exact same scenario, you know, we could be looking at a major push here for Bitcoin to continue to show. And if it does do that, kick back, relax, it'll go sideways, and then your altcoins will play catch up where the greater opportunities are. Really simple, just like I relayed earlier into the video right there. So what we're looking at for Bitcoin, just like what we got last year, unless we go with a DSY, you know, because at this point here, if we start to drop in the DSY, unless we go with a DSY, you know, with some black swan event again or whatever, then we should in theory just go in the opposite direction. Because at this point here, I did relay this to you. We broke down this rising channel, okay, back test resistance, we're looking for the drop. But what happened on this particular leg here, okay, and everyone says you don't know what you're talking about, was a black swan for Bitcoin, a final drop here. As this was coming up some kind of Adam and Eve bottom like this, it had a final drop to the downside. As the DXY dropped, this was the FTX fallout. It was swiftly followed by a beautiful Adam and Eve bottom and continued to show. This is where this continued to come down, which was my projection towards the bottom of the channel where you formed it, okay? Beautiful opportunity. So far, so good. Riding waves like an absolute boss. If this chart starts to reverse, then we've got clues that Bitcoin is looking for a deeper correction. But so far, so good. Just respecting the data. Rising channel, breaking down slowly but surely towards a technical target. Bitcoin breaking up. It should consolidate in a range, looking for continuation. Really simple inverse technical analysis. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now and see what we can see, okay? So looking at Bitcoin on a 4-hourly time frame, at the moment, this is a key level support for a potential ascending triangle. So I'm going to show you this. Now, we could be gearing up for a very similar ascending triangle like we did here. Okay, so providing we see the ribbon being held, so this is really important. If we do start to close below this ribbon, it could lead to a deeper correction, which I will show you the targets for. But at the moment, what we have got is this beautiful little wick low. We came up right there, made the lower high, and right now we're coming back to this wick low. Okay, so again, this could begin to carve out some kind of structural ascending triangle here over the next few days with a compression leading to expansion, basically. And what we've got is this beautiful ribbon, the buy and sell ribbon on the buy signal right there. We come up like this, getting compressed, going sideways, holding the ribbon, pops you out. Right now we're going sideways, hold the ribbon, it pops you out basically. So like I said to you, it can't go sideways for too much longer. You've got this key resistance at 37999. If we do start to break down below the ribbon, then we're looking at a deeper correction here. Okay, so you're caught between this low and this ribbon at the moment. So I'm going to show you this as a potential scenario that I'm looking at, that we could be in for some kind of ascending triangle here, just like we've got there, compression lead to expansion. Okay, so this is a beautiful trade. I remember trading this with you, I think last week, wasn't it? We got a beautiful technical target. Once we broke out, look at that, we came up, met the technical target. Right now we're coming back looking for support. So we've already had a wick back to support just there of a neckline. So if we hadn't done that, I'd say, you know, put some bids down here on this level right now. But I think what we could be doing, you know, there's no bias here, it's all about this ribbon being held. We could be retracing to this low, just like this, come up and, oh no, it's retracing, it's going to zero, it's going to fall out and lose a low. But it never did. It held it and started to break back up and created this beautiful compression pattern accompanied by the ribbon coming up and supporting your ass basically. So we might be in a beautiful little position right now that if you are looking for a trade on Bitcoin, again, very minimal risk trade right now, you could actually build long positions at this point because of what the DXY is telling us. Okay, so again, this would be my stop loss on this pivot low. So let me show you right now, and this is identical to where our stop loss was on this compression lead to expansion on the third point of contact. We broke out, back test, and right now we could be retracing for another ascending triangle here for continuation of the show basically. So you know, if we start to break down below this, it's a very minimal risk trade for you right now. I will take this trade on today personally, but you don't have to do what I'm doing. So right now, you know, I think a lovely little position for Bitcoin could be putting your stop loss, just putting your bids on the bottom of the ribbon right there, and you got a lovely little 5% retracement back up to that level of resistance to create the ascending triangle with a very minimal risk loss of around about 0.99%. So let me show you this right now as a potential scenario. That's where I'll put my stop loss, and that would be roughly, what is that, 35782, and this could be a lovely little trade in a potential ascending triangle that's just beginning to carve out for Bitcoin. Now it's all about this ribbon. Okay, this ribbon is where I'm going to put some bids on. 36152, I'll put some little bids on that particular level of support right now. We've got 15 minutes for this close on this particular candle as well. It is a bearish engulfing candle, so that's a bit worrisome, but it doesn't always guarantee that you're going to drop like an absolute stone, so we'll keep an eye on this. If the next candle does start to wick down, I think you might see a little wick down to that, everyone gets shaken out, piling shorts at that point, and then it starts to come back up like this, and you've got a lovely little ascending triangle there. Look at that, a beautiful ascending triangle that should in theory break out by roughly the end of the week right there and continue to show. So basically you come up going sideways like that, compression lead to expansion, just like you did here, sideways, compression lead to expansion, series of ascending triangles, which is bullish continuation patterns. So at the moment, that particular low just there is your support for this particular ascending triangle on the 4-hourly time frame. Now obviously I've not got no guarantees. If we start to break down below 35782, then this particular long trade setup that we're looking at as a potential opportunity to retrace back into this level 37999, which is where I'll swing and take profit on that particular long, around about 5.08%, would be invalidated if we start to see a close below 35782. But at that point you can see you're losing the ribbon, okay, which is something you've not been doing since this buy signal. So this ribbon is amazing, get into your charts, because if we do start to see it close below this ribbon and we take out that level there, then we're looking at a micro ABC zigzag correction, and we could come quite deep, okay, and I will find you them targets as and when. But at the moment, if we do start to see a major breakdown, I do have some spot bids down there on these levels. Why? Simply because for the God candle backtest just there, 30957, and equally melted through this neckline here, which is this July high. So if we do start to break down at this point and we've got some kind of micro ABC zigzag, then I'll be looking for the 5 waves down, I'll have my spot bids down there, and I'll be looking for the 5 wave counter trade basically. So this is a potential opportunity if you can stomach the risk, around about 0.99% loss for a potential 5% gain, and at that point, if it does start to do something like this, we could start to build even more positions as we strengthen this ascending triangle basically over time. This is an opportunity I'm looking at as a potential scenario for Bitcoin over the next few days, leading towards the end of the week right here. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.